Sapphire I've got? Yes, I do have sapphires. Lots of them. Let's see here. Let's see here.
Well, I can't wait. I'm sick of this shit. I gotta perform in this dingy goddamn basement to a bunch of intoxicated yahoos who attack a six-pack of beer like Prohibition ended 1 minute ago. It's 12:01, January 1st, 1933. Wahoo! Wahoo! We're drinking now. Look at me. I am drinking a legal alcoholic beverage. So much for you, Prohibition agents. I can laugh in your face now. Well, let's see. Did anybody bring any beer down here? Good. I don't approve of alcohol on my shows. C. Grain alcohol, that's okay. Because I think after witnessing this, you're going to want to be blind. You get me? You ever read those Solzhenitsyn novels? Aren't they goddamn dreary? People in cancer wards, oh, that man drank grain alcohol and now he's blind. But he's lucky he's not dead. Wow, that's pretty fucking cheery. I can't wait for the Broadway musical. Alex, come on down. Let's do it, Seems like the gloomier you are, the more people think you're a heavy-duty thinker, It's like, nobody ever said Jean-Paul Sartre should be on the Soupy Sales Show. Nobody ever said that, geez, I don't know, who's the other fucking French existentialist? I mean, there's only one, right? Oh, Camus, right. Like, Camus should be on Pee Wee Herman? What? No one ever said that. You know why? It's because the gloomier you are, the smarter people think you are. Ibsen, what did he ever do? He wrote boring plays, Peer Gynt, all this crap, an enemy of the people, the majority is always wrong. Whoa, stunning insight, man, Where does this guy, I guess if you live out in a fucking fjord, for half your life, I guess all you have time to do is think, right? Eat blubber, read by well-fat lamps, It's just incredible. I'm not following proper procedure because I don't have a microphone here. And they say you should stand 9 inches from the microphone. Now, how do you measure 9 inches? You don't think so. How would you know? Oh, man, I'll tell you, the Avenger, right? They call me the Wood. Man. Well, this episode of The Wrong Hero is brought to you by, I can't believe you're wasting my time with this artificial butter product. I can't believe it's not tar. I can't believe it's not raw sewage. I can't believe it's not fecal matter. I can't believe it's not radioactive waste. I can't believe it's not owl pellets. And I can't believe it's not monkey brains. And The Wrong Hero is also brought to you by, you didn't tell me that this product would cause all of my hair to fall out. And by ammonia brand fish. If you smell ammonia, you know that it's ammonia brand fish. I believe that every newborn baby comes to Earth with a message for mankind. I've shit myself and I'm hungry. Now give money to The Wrong Hero. Hold on just have a second. Jeffrey, are you coming down here or what? This whole thing's in your honor, and you're letting Billy Rouet, the scatterbrained flapdoodle.
Please, I'm terribly sorry.
He's droning on and on about Middle Eastern politics.
I
And I mean like the one down the street from here. I don't mean like the place with all the sand. What's his deal with Saddam and the atom bomb, huh? He wants to get the atom bomb. Saddam Hussein wants to get the atom bomb. Why? So he can turn the Middle East into a desert wasteland? Brilliant thinking, fucking Einstein. You know what I'm saying? Saddam. I just don't get that guy. Yeah, that's right. Pick on the avowed enemy of mankind. Right? That's good for a cheap laugh, huh? One time, I believe that when I have a child, I'm going to go into the hospital, the maternity ward, And as the nurse hands me my infant wrapped in swaddling clothes, and she hands me the precious little bundle of life, which is my newborn baby, I think I'll say to her, "Don't bother wrapping it. I'll eat it here." Well, anyway, I'm the wrong hero, and I'm in a quandary, which is a laundromat run by a duck. No, actually, you know, I'm a failed author. I've been working on several historical books, history of cynicism, but then I figured, oh, who the fuck's going to want to read that, right? And then history of ignorance, but then I thought, gee, I don't know where to start. And then finally, history of apathy. But then I said, couldn't even get past the first word, you know what I'm saying? So instead, I'm going to take the tried and true stuff and recombine it, you know, smash it together and make bestsellers out of it, like Huckleberry Finnegan's Wake. Can't you see it? River run past Pops and Nigger Gyms leads us by a circumlocution's locution to Aunt Polly's house. The end. You know, perfect for the attention span. And the VCR of Wakefield, right, by Oliver Goldstar. And let's see. Oh, yeah. A farewell to arms, hello, prosthetic devices. Timely, you know, fitting with the hip 90s. Oh, and I'm going to take Tennessee Williams' A Streetcar Named Desire and call it Fucking Trolley Sluts. I think that'll go over big. I should tell you something. You know, it's unusual that so many people are gathered here at one time to listen, because I believe that Earth people are misshapen freaks. Well, not really. I just like to use that word, misshapen. You know, it looks so good on the page. M-I-S-S-H-A-P-E-N. How many words do you know that end in E-N? You know, it's like oh. You know, 56% of all Americans believe that there's baseball in heaven. That adds a whole new spin to the phrase, coming home to Jesus now, don't it? Hey, you're going on a car trip, aren't you? When you're going through the great Midwestern industrial Rust Belt heartland where filthy, slack-jawed, illiterate, lice-infested, filth-encrusted hicks sit around watching the grain elevator go up and down all day long, you'll be happy to know that your two listening choices on the radio are going to be Rush Limbaugh, who talks at a pace of 40 words a minute so that alcoholic World War II veterans don't miss a single word he has to say while reaching for the gin in their glove compartment to fix themselves a drink. And you'll have a choice between that and, you know, the fundamentalist preachers. I'm sure you're going to love these guys, right, Jeff?
I'm going on vacation there next week. I am.
Fundamentalist preacher, Florida, where?
I'm going to the Rust Belt.
The Rust Belt.
Tennessee Valley Authority area.
Tennessee, back to Tennessee, going to Tennessee, going to old Kentucky, leaving Tennessee. Well, yeah, you're going to hear all sorts of great music like that, you know. It's sort of like, my uncle used to love me, but you died. You know, 1 minute it's staying alive, next minute it's chug along. Yeah, you're going to love that. And you're going to get these fundamentalist preachers. They go, I was talking to my friend, my friend, and he says, I have a nephew, and I want you to straighten him out. He does not believe in Jesus. So I said to him, why do you not believe in Jesus? Do you not know that your mortal soul is in danger if you do not accept the love of Jesus? And he says, well, I don't know. I've never seen Jesus. And I says, you never seen Jesus? Who but Jesus? We'll turn a water cooler into a wine cooler. Who but Jesus? Would give away my coin collection. Who but Jesus? Would leave his face on all the tiles. Jesus, that's who. Just so you know, that's what you have to look forward to. Crazed preachers yakking on a mile a minute about stuff in like totally non sequitur style, you know? Like, I don't do that, do I? Oh, well, you know, there's all these fundamentalist preachers down south. They got these big signs that say, God hates homosexuals. But what they don't tell you is, yeah, but Jesus thinks some of them are kind of cute. Why do you think he lived with 12 guys, huh? I don't know. You know, I just figured out something. It's very important to understand Christians, to understanding them. Jesus is always drunk because his blood is made of wine. Boy, if you'd known that years ago, right? You know, I got thrown out of church. It wasn't for much of anything I did, except I put A1 steak sauce on a communion wafer. Well, because they say everything goes better with A1, right? Well, I don't know what I did wrong. Well, anyway, you know, here's a cute little trick. Of course, Jeffrey, you go to synagogue, so this is not something you can do. They'd instantly see the sign of the beast on your forehead. Blah, blah, you know. But I can do this. You can do it too. What the hell? Go into the... They won't know. You know, unless you happen to wear that Star of David across your chest in gigantic day glow colors. You know, Ich bin ein Jude. What do you want to make something of it? Go into the communion line. You take the wafer. They hand it to you now. They don't put it in your mouth anymore. You might not be aware of this because you haven't been to, you know. But they hand it to you. So you get back in the communion line and you walk up to the priest and you hand them the wafer back and you say, "This is spoiled. That money I put in the collection basket, I want it back, okay?" Or you could like smear some mint jelly on it and make a Lamb of God sandwich. I don't know. Whatever you like. Well, you know, you might have guessed from what I'm saying that I've lost my faith in religion. And I've lost my faith in science, too. You know, I don't subscribe to Scientific American. I have a subscription to Superstitious Caveman. I just got the latest issue dated 1 million BC. And let's see, what are some of the things on the cover? Fire! Bad! And, propitiating the angry sun god. Some do's and don'ts. And are dinosaurs kosher? Just a few of the marvelous articles. You know, I heard something, a bit of folk wisdom. They say that every time it rains when the sun is shining, a policeman is beating his wife. Actually, I didn't hear that. I just made it up out of my head right now. That's true. You know, one time I got stopped by a cop in traffic for speeding. You know, he says, "Let me see your ID." So I got out of the car and I says, "How's about a head print?" Boom! I went to the dentist. He's also my psychiatrist. You notice how I just like, keep moving, that one bomb, you know, down the toilet, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, you know, Dresden, all rolled up in one. That was a real stinkeroo. Face it, you suck. You know, 20 good ones and one bad one, and you're down the crapper. That's why you don't want to get into this business. Believe me, you don't. You just get up there and masturbate with a gigantic bass guitar. Boom, 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 boom. You know, all the girls will be falling all over you. Get up there and do comedy? Forget it. You're up there talking about masturbation and how cheap you are. They're not going to want to go out with you. Christ. They don't even want to see you after the show. You walk up there with the show. "Can I have your autograph? Can I have your phone number? Get away from me. Comedian from hell, please. No." Well, I went to my dentist. He's also my psychiatrist. And he told me, "Your cavities are all in your head." Oh, boy. That was so bad. So bad. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Are you still on page 1?
No, I'm on fucking Perkindale, you moron! What? Michelangelo painting the Sistine Chapel ceiling. Are you still on the arm of God? You know, why can't you speed it up a little there? Come on, snap it up. We're not paying you all day, you fucking greaseball, to just lie around on your back and create great, brilliant art. Well, you know, there's always talk about computer literacy on the job. Oh, fuck that, man. I've been online for years. Of course, it's the unemployment line, but, you know, let's overlook that. See what I mean? I'm talking about my unemployment and shit. You know, that's not going to get me the girls. Well, where's the babes? I want to be a bitch magnet, damn it! But no. Not in this career. You know, and they got computers at my job, and now I can fuck things up at the speed of light. Isn't that great? I broke up with my girlfriend. This is like a real hassle, you know. You don't know whether to believe me or not. Well, let's just say that if you think it's true, it is, and if you don't, it isn't. Broke up with my girlfriend. I said, but I was really nice about it. You know, it's kind of hard to be nice about doing something like that. I said to her, "Baby, every time I make love to you, I see God." And he told me to stop going out with you. Yes. You know, to stop the spread of HIV, 20 billion condoms are going to be needed in the next 10 years. And that's just for me. You know,
on page 2 wrong here?
no, you nitwit. I'm on page 30, okay? And it's going to be 30 to your career as a heckler and kibitzer of, keep your gigantic ratchet jaw shut.
Cream soda.
Yeah, cream soda. They don't tell you what's really in it now, do they? They say it's vanilla. Artificial vanilla stimulants, artificial vanilla flavoring, artificial NutraSweet. Phenylketonuria contains phenylaline. What if you're illiterate and you're a phenylketonuria? What is that? It sounds like backwards talk. Phenylketonuria. Some out of Twin Peaks or something. Phenylketonuria. Who killed Laura Palmer? Oh man, I'll tell you. I'm having problems with my teenage son, and hell of it is, he hasn't even been born yet. But right over here in the peanut gallery, I think I already got 2 teenage sons here. But well, let me get back at my teenage son to be before he's born. I'm gonna give him a weird name, like Yasser.
I must admit, I've never seen double and triple columns in your notes.
Well, you're a fucking fifth columnist. So shut up, you quisling, or I'm gonna send you on a slow boat back to Czechoslovakia, or wherever it is you come from. Well, anyway, yes, I'm gonna give my teenage son a weird name, something like Yasser, or Strom, or Cosmo, or Acidophilus, or I don't know, Rico, Suave, or I don't know, Lucky Charms, Captain Crunch, or no, I know, I'll call him Cracklin' Oat Bran. That's the name I'll give my teenage son. Hey, did you know? Get out of here. Go away. See? He follows my every whim. Attention, attention. Intruder in Sector 9. Yes. Elvis Presley, right? He's been dead for what, 15 years? Oh, I don't know. 13, 18 years. 18 years. That's what I'll call my son. Elvis. Yeah. If Elvis Presley were on the sun, he would weigh 47 million tons. Now that's a real hunk of burning load. Now eat it. Oh, I delight myself. Yes. All right. Now this is like the really good part. So it's good that the squares from L7 left. Yeah. Okay. Now this is I swear, this is the really good part. I swear. You know what? You know that song "Pop Goes the Weasel"? All around the mulberry bush, the monkey chased the weasel. The monkey thought 'twas all in fun. Pop goes the weasel. What kind of nightmare world is this? Monkeys chasing weasels around a mulberry bush? Can you just think, oh God, I can wake up in hell. Wah, 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 wah. Oh, there's the monkey chasing the weasel. Around the mulberry bush. Pop, 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 pop. And since when is pop an appropriate response to being chased around the mulberry bush? Wouldn't it be something more like "fuck off, Jack," or "get out of here, fang face"? Get out of my face, dude. I don't know. Yes. And another thing, that song "If I Had a Hammer," the old folk song, I think they should update it, for Central Square. Like, if I had a gun, I'd shoot it in the morning, I'd shoot it in the evening, all over this land. Just to bring it a little more up to date. Oh, and here's another one. Every little breeze seems to whisper, Louise, make it stop! Make it stop! Your mother sucks. I don't know. That's another nightmare world. Monkeys chasing weasels, people shooting guns, and breezes whispering Louise. This insane pop song world that you inhabit. It's just too much for me. Well, I was going to do my prize-winning impression of a speedometer, but I don't know if I should, because I can only go in one direction. Well, I'll try it. Now, here's another thing that bugs me. Bugs the shit out of me if you want to know the truth. The Family Circus. You ever seen this comic strip? I think it's in the Boston Herald now under their classic comics. Classic comics like Nancy and Dagwood. You know, these are classics. Thucydides, shove over. You know, and it's like Sophocles, get the fuck out of my face. Bill Keane is the master. You know, it's like the Family Circus. Just once in the Family Circus, I'd like to see something like. Grandpa's ghost told me to throw Jesus down the toilet. You know, just this once. But no. Well, you know, the circus is coming to town. That's great. The circus is coming to town. Man, I'll tell you, evil ringmasters cracking whips at critters chained to stakes, alcoholic clowns falling off their unicycles, manic-depressive chimpanzees playing handball with their own shit. Actually, that's the United States Congress. The circus is great, you know. I love the circus. And here's another thing. Cinco de Mayo is coming up. Tomorrow, right? The 5th of May. Mexican Independence Day. It's not bad enough we stole 1/3 of their country. Now we're stealing their Independence Day. Is there no justice in the world? Am I yelling too loud? I'll be quiet. I promise. You know, election time's coming up. Actually, it's a good year and a half away, but they're already doing the Republican primaries and stuff, and so I thought I'd write an all-purpose political speech for the occasion. I think it's time that we give the people what they really want. Unlimited pork, earmarked exclusively for them, at no expense to themselves. Sort of like Social Security crossed with a perpetual motion machine. Because it's time we got rid of the cigar-gumming politicians who by now are younger than us, or at least their wives are. And it's time that we think about what the Founding Fathers said. The Founding Fathers were very wise. They knew that someday they'd be dead. And that there's no such thing as a free lunch. So, and besides, dead guys don't have to worry about whether they sprinkle Heath bars on their soft serve ice cream at the Ponderosa. But the Founding Fathers were very wise. You know, I think it's time that voters concentrate on the real business of government, which is giving our elected representatives cushy places to network so that they can land some sort of sinecure or consultancy once they are booted out of office by the very same angry voters who voted them in. Because, you know, basically the thing about politics is sports for people who are too fat to run. You ever notice this? Bill Bradley? You know? I mean, come on, come off it. You don't see any dude, you don't see fucking Johnny Bench running for office at age 28. No, he waits till he's like 50. You know, same deal with Sonny Bono. You know, you don't think when he was crooning I Got You Babe that he was thinking about he'd be a congressman someday. Fuck no, he was thinking, Cher's ugly. Oh, I want some drugs. You know, this fur vest is itchy. You know, he wasn't thinking any of those things. So, you know, once you get to be old and feeble, and once you're just fit for very little else than just to be put out on an ice floe and sent off to sea, then you decide to get into politics. You know, basically everything is sports when you think about it real hard. Like, science fiction is sports for people who throw like girls, right? and unless they're girls in science fiction. But since when do girls get into science fiction? See what I'm saying? That, uh-oh.
Hey.
I'm making people unhappy here. Oh, here's the thing though. Here's something you gotta understand. Another thing. Masturbation is the poor man's Nintendo. You blew my punchline. You had to drop the drink right on my punch. I don't believe this. You know, good for you. It's good. It's good for the rug. Put ashes in the goldfish bowl. It's good for the goldfish. You know, yeah, all those things that people believe. Well, you know, I was thinking about the current crop of Republican nominees to be the nominee wannabes, including some of the ones that aren't even running, like Colin Powell. You know, he's the big Joint Chiefs of Staff. He was a 4-star general and all this stuff. It's like, he might run for president, but Since when does a lifetime spent barking orders at shaved tails and jarheads a qualification for high office? Nobody ever brings this up. Oh, he'll be a good president because he was a good general, you know? Yeah, he was good at carpet bombing Iraq. Great. That's all we need for the inner city, right? Colin Powell, forget it. Phil Graham. Phil Graham looks like an embryo with aviator specs with pile drivers for arms. You ever see this guy? Man, no way he'll ever be president. Arlen Specter. Can you imagine a president named Arlen Specter? Who's his vice president going to be? Space Ghost? You know? Arlen Specter! There's a specter haunting Europe. It's Arlen Specter and his companion Space Ghost! But even worse, Lamar Alexander. Can you imagine, world leaders are going to, kowtow to some cat named Lamar from Tennessee? Like, can I speak to President Alexander? Oh, Lamar, quit cornholing that possum and come on down here. You know? No, I don't think we're going to have Lamar Alexander. I don't think he's going to make the cut. Bob Dole. Now they're talking Bob Dole. But, there's only one problem with Bob Dole. His name sounds like a stingy British welfare scheme. You know? Like, excuse me, Governor, could I have a Bob? Oh, sure, it's a Bob Dole now you've given me. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, what's the matter with your arm? And Pete Wilson. We've never had a president named Pete, you know? But he looks like Anthony Perkins from Psycho. You ever see this guy, man? You just look at these people's pictures and you'll know. You'll know right off the bat. Bob Dornan. You know, I agree with a lot of what he says. I liked it even better in the original German, however, when Adolf Hitler said it back in 1939. And the same thing goes for Buchanan and David Duke,
Hey, Bob
incidentally.
Dornan is my congressman. California.
He is. Well, yeah, I get to see it. Dole and Dornan. Like, I don't know, right and far right. Oh, by the way, here's a riddle for you. What do you call a skinny Republican? A survivalist. With the recent tragic events in Oklahoma, that joke adds a new piquancy, poignancy. Oh, you ever see? Now here's something. I don't know how much TV you watch. Probably none if you're if you're smart.
No,
But
tremendous now.
okay. Have you seen the Disneyland ad with the lumbering mesomorph? You know the guy I mean. The guy with the shaved head. His wife takes him to Disneyland to teach him how to have fun. A 35-year-old man. It looks like he eats a whole cow for breakfast. Like, big lumbering stupid mesomorph goes to Disneyland and learns how to laugh. A heartwarming lesson for us all. Well, the reason he's laughing is because he realizes what Mickey Mouse stands for. MIC, Military Industrial Complex. KEY, Keynesian Economic Yoke. MOUSE, more of the United States engulfment. So, that's the real magic of Disney, if you must know. I'm damn sick and tired of these welfare chiselers. You know what I think they should do with a whole lot of them? I think they should teach them how to be stonemasons. I mean, they're already chiselers, right? I was working in the library and someone came up to me and said, do you have regression with dummy variables? And I said, what's that, the new Republican Congress? And he laughed, which is more than I can say for you. In the future, robots and computers will do all the work, and the rest of us will be put into jail to keep us out of trouble. Now that's my idea of a golden future. They say still waters run deep. Actually, that's a pretty good description of a toilet when you think about it, it is, damn it. I don't say these things for fun. Well, actually I do. But another thing, I like to spend hours in the bathtub. Sometimes I even put water in there. I'm telling you, I do. And they say, people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. What kind of person would live in what is this for, living in a glass house? What's this, so the neighbors can hold up scorecards when you're fucked, 9.9, 9. Is this so burglars can window shop? Is this so you don't have to walk to the bathroom, you just look in the wall and shave? I don't know. Glass houses. Well, with all the baby boomers aging and stuff, hey, perk up there. This is about you, Jeffrey. With all these aging, why don't you go lay down?
No, please,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, I have some nice gefilte fish for you. Yes.
Please.
Well, with all these baby boomers, listen to that laugh. Sounds like an opera, you know. With what would it be? Sylvester Stallone or who's that big hunky guy? Not Stallone, but the other guy. You know, Chuck Norris. There you go. Schwarzenegger, Norris, and Stallone in Aida. All right, off to see the Wiz.
Flex. Just look out of him, Tyler.
Yeah, look out of his car. Make sure nobody steals his pitiful possessions. That's right. Crosstalk, right? What is this, a fucking AA meeting? Christ, you know. Oh, yes, I believe in Christ as my personal savior. Wow, listen to that. Sounds like the San Diego Zoo on a Friday night. So you're like, hey, break out the Uzis. We're going to kill ourselves some polar bears. Well, anyway, I'm working on this thing. I figure all the baby boomers are aging out now, so I'm going to open up a little bar and grill aimed at that demographic. And it's called the Alzheimer's Lounge. And let's see, I got the ad campaign worked out. I don't know the logistics because I forget. But the Alzheimer's Lounge, where everybody knows your name except you. The Alzheimer's Lounge, forget your troubles and everything else. The Alzheimer's Lounge, conveniently located, we think. We're not sure. The Alzheimer's Lounge, 300 different types of beer except we don't know where we put the bottle opener. The Alzheimer's Lounge. You'll never forget it. You'll never remember it. If you're like most of our customers, you've already forgotten it. Well, I'd like to thank you for sitting through part 1 of this. No, part 2's great though. Really. Part 1 is like all the lousy stuff, you know. There's all the B material, right? You know, like I got A material, B material, C material, and that's for, you know, that's for Delta morons, you know.
Wonderful.
Brave new world, you know. Well, thank you. Thank you. Sure. And now the A material.
What is part 2, sir?
Right now.
Is there an intermission?
Intermission for like more drinks or?
Sure. Let's have an intermission here. Sure. Let's have an intermission.
Alright, just a brief.
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Just check.
Go on with you. Yeah. All right. And you, Judas, do you betray me also? All right. Intermission. Be back in 10 minutes.
I had no idea.
John and I were watching cable one day, and it's like John goes, "Oh my, that's my bedroom." And you see like all of like his like possessions, everything else personal.
What an invasion of privacy.
It was
right?
genius.
Broadcasting somebody's bedroom.
Yes, Francis, it was an invasion of
And
privacy.
quite frankly, I'm not going to tolerate this kind of behavior.
Francis, for you to go into my bedroom and lie down as the...
Look, you weren't giving birth at the time, for Christ's sake. I wasn't like intruding on some magic moment of yours.
No, but you were
As
intruding
much as I
upon my
might have
private
liked to.
spaces. You
Yes,
know
well-
how private my bedroom is.
Hey, man, like, don't get in my space, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, is that what the Star Trek people say to each other? Don't get in my space, Klingon. You know what I'm saying? Well, anyway, this is actually all one piece, and it's called the Pan-Ethnic Diatribe. Now, to begin, I should say,
Yeah, please.
oh, you'll love this.
Is this a long diatribe?
No, not at
Do
all.
you know any other types?
It's a historical
It's
summation.
a long diatribe.
No. It's a very sensitively rendered historical summation of the history of tragic ethnic prejudice in the United States.
Is the wrong hero, in fact, capable of sensitivity in these regards?
I would never harm an animal smaller than myself, or larger than myself, actually. Smaller than myself, I don't know. See me in the morning. But,
Well, Francis, there's only about 2 or 3 mammals larger than yourself existed on the face of Earth.
that's not true. Where do you get your biology here? What, the monarch butterfly? What else? There's only 2
No, I
or 3.
think we're talking blue whales, gray whales, and the other great whales that we're talking about.
Not hippopotamus
How about
friendly.
polar bears, hippopotamuses,
Oh, I think you got them on gems, Francis.
Okay, well, it's so nice to know that my friends are willing to give me a boost up when I need it.
Do you think Francis is more massive than a hippopotamus? You may be right, sir.
Hippopotamus, from the Latin, river horse. Come on, you know, there's plenty of, there's like gigantic, those draft horses. They're bigger. Come on, you gotta admit it.
Bigger, perhaps, in personality.
Oh, thanks. I love that. Give Bossy a carrot and send him on his way. Yeah, that's the way to get my attention.
What's a metaphor for America?
I am a metaphor for America. Where's my gun? For fuck's sake, I gotta do something about this. Oh, I will spare you now. For now. I am a metaphor for America. I don't know what the fuck it means, but I like the sound of it, so I'll say it again, because I hear you Earth people need to have things repeated 3 or 4 times in order to let them sink in fully. I am a metaphor for America. I am a metaphor for America. Thanks for the hash, Uncle Walt. I am a metaphor for America. Because I, too, am an alien. You want to make something of it?
I'm dubious of it. I think you were born in Keysport, Pennsylvania, or someplace like that.
I get the proof right here! My license plates. Get out of my way, Earth meat. Here comes the wrong hero.
Are those available for purchase?
No! And this massive corrosion and diesel stench belongs to the wrong hero. Note where it says, I hate everybody,
Hey, did I
and
make
everybody...
that?
Get out of here! You're in my camera range. Go away. You'll be the first man to be executed by license plate.
Did I make that?
And I'll be making license plates. You
I
did.
think I did.
Give them back when you're done. When you're done gloating over your handiwork.
It's true. Let me gloat a little bit. Yeah.
Well, now that John has finished praising himself to the skies for something that took him 15 seconds to do, on office equipment, I might add. Well, you know...
On my own time.
Oh, on your own time, huh? You don't have your own time! Don't you understand? You belong to the company, lock, stock, and barrel. Lincoln freed the slaves, all but one. You know, I've been all over this great country. I've been from Diddy-Wah-Diddy, South Carolina, to poking the eye of the sharp stick, West Virginia. And it felt so good when the federales took the handcuffs off me. Yes, I've been all over this great country, and if there's one thing I learned, it's that America is a land of diversity, full of diverse people with diverse interests, diverse ethnicities, diverse cultures. And so I'd like to talk a little bit about the history of this ethnic diversity, which not only makes America strong, but also irreparably divides it simultaneously. 1491 is a year that will forever go down in history. 1491, the last good year for the Indian. In the 1500s, the Spanish came to this country. Some have called the Spanish rapacious and cruel tyrants. Others, in their defense, have noted that the Spanish were siesta-taking, paella-eating, sombrero-wearing, red wine-drinking, hot-tempered fanatics with wicked sangria hangovers. Therefore, they weren't responsible for their actions because
Francis,
they were
I think
alcoholics.
very few conquistadors made paella.
Don't you understand anything? This isn't goddamn particle physics, for Christ's sake. I'll tell you what, you are here, but you are not here. Do you understand that? In other words, you are physically present, but your mind is drifting somewhere else. You are not capable of fully attending to the wisdom of the hero at this time.
Perhaps.
Hence, you're breaking in to what is ostensibly intended to be a humorous monologue with nitpicking. Anyway, in the 1600s, the British came to North America, and many have referred to the British as snobbish, inbred, bulldog-loving, Henry VIII worshipping drunks with horsey teeth, who like nothing better than to eat crumpets, drink tea, play cricket, carry umbrellas, wear pith helmets, and read Kipling's Take Up the White Man's Burden all the live long day. But it must be said in the defense of the British that wherever there is tyranny, the British will stand in opposition to it until the last American is dead. Because there will always be in England as long as there's a Fort Knox. So just keep that in mind, if you would. Now in the 1620s, the Dutch came to Manhattan Island and bartered trinkets worth $24 for the entirety of Manhattan Island. Now those very same trinkets today, you're Dutch, aren't you? You fucking Dutchman. Get out of here. Stinking Dutchman. Here's an example of your Dutchman. Your typical Dutchman, tulip sniffing, butter eating, Heineken gulping, clog wearing fatsos whose
24 bucks.
yes, whose eyes are perpetually crossed.
Who hears on the French trade with Indians?
Yeah, that's a hell of What's wrong with you people? Listen, I'm going to tell you something. I'll tell you once. I will never tell you this again. If you go to a lawyer, you've been in an accident, do you want to go to the guy that has a uniform system of citation on his bookshelf? Or do you want to go to the lawyer who has rows and rows and rows of legal tomes, heavy, weighty, obviously well thumbed? Which guy do you want to go to? The guy with the little system of uniform citation or the guy with the big thing? Well, you tell me.
I enjoy a big thing myself.
Unbelievable, sir.
What
You
a
found it. He really is advanced, isn't he?
Anyway, since we have a genuine Dutchman, and I'll be getting to the Scandinavians a little later. Since we have a genuine Dutchman in the audience, let me reiterate that although the Dutch gave us expressions such as Dutch courage, Dutch uncle, and Dutch oven, they are basically tulip sniffing, butter eating, Heineken gulping, clog wearing fatsos whose eyes are perpetually crossed from staring at windmills, whose fingers are shriveled from sticking them in dikes, who do nothing but ice skate and get goofy from smoking hash in low dives all the live long day. Well, let's see if I remember this, okay? In the 1700s, the French came to North America, and the Indians preferred trading with the French because of their fair-minded bartering practices. This is an ordeal. I can't stand it. This is neurolinguistic programming. I can't take it anymore. Give me my Thorazine. Here, just hook me up to the fucker. Yeah, okay. Sorry. I'll make this brief.
Yeah, right.
Yes. Oh, thank God. No, don't thank God. Thank me. All right? God has nothing to do with it. It's not Sunday yet.
Hold on, I
Anyway.
got an idea. Jeffrey,
Yeah.
you want to interrupt and take over for a second? See if you can, like, do one of these years for him?
Oh shit, man.
No, it'd be good. Like, try to be the right hero for just, like, a moment. Crack a joke, as someone said to I think David Mamet at a cocktail party recently. Make yourself useful. He wanted to be helpful, and he said, tell us a joke. And I forget. Mamet told a joke, and it was very helpful.
Get out of
Sure was,
here.
I mean,
What do you think you're doing?
of course I'm not equipped.
I
Maybe you
swear.
could tell a
I'm
story.
posing on your show. Is
I
what
mean,
I'm doing.
Hey,
Normally
get
I
out of
would,
my
Billy, but I
space,
just
man.
this prone. I could do it from but I just
No way.
Repertoire is. I just want to see what the
I mean,
program
No way, you're not supposed to know. It's a secret. Hey, listen.
Hey,
listen.
hey, shut up.
What,
Tell
no,
us
you
about
shut up. What the fuck is
first
this?
time you ever
Arthur
saw the wrong
III?
hero.
You know? Look,
How much? What was he wearing?
basically the same outfit, I think. He's wearing the same thing. Yeah.
What was his weight?
His mass was less.
Yeah, he was
weight,
definitely.
though.
Yeah, he
His
probably
poundage was a good 20 pounds less.
easily.
yeah, but I got this bicycle. It's a medieval torture device. Well, anyway. The French. Well, this is good practice, having, like, totally self-centered, intoxicated
Wrong
people
hero. Will you
screaming
tell us
shit
the
from the
story?
sidelines.
Wrong hero. Will you tell us the story about the day you performed at the White House?
The White House.
President Hillary.
He's at a loss for words.
Yeah, for once in his stinking life, he's at a loss for words. The other time, of course, was, why do you love her? Jen, I'll get back to you when my dick goes down, okay? See this belly? Okay.
But one
No,
can
you know
never
what? I
notice.
gotta tell you something about this belly. It all goes into my dick when I fuck, alright? Asshole.
And still no one notices.
So stop giving me grief about it. You'll never know. This is great. Well, this is funnier than the original set that he set out to perform originally. Great. Having fun with the wrong hero on stage. The wrong hero has left the building. Here, here's a hunk of burning love.
I don't
Anyway,
know if Congress is going to apply.
I can see that your limited attention spans preclude my getting into the entirety of my set. And so I will make it as brief as possible. The Indians favored the French for their fair bartering
Hold on.
practices.
Where's that sheet? Where's the sheet? Let's see what we can skip. Where's your sheet? No, it's around here somewhere. You dictate. It's your
Yeah,
party.
you dictate. It's your party.
Basically, we're at the French trade, excuse me, in 1705 or something. 17005. I think this is like, it's not years, but it's close.
Right.
So 1700s, I see. Why don't we like,
It's
you know.
systematic.
I'll tell you what.
Shut up,
Ron,
no, shut up.
No, the idea here is that it's going to be interactive. And Jeffrey is going to tell you whether he wants the potato famine of the Irish, whether he wants
you definitely want.
how about the Italians, you know. You can talk about yourself. It doesn't matter. The Turks most despised. I thought it was the Lebanese around here. I didn't know. What do I fucking know? The point is that I think you could skip right to the 1960s and then like try
That's what you would do.
a coda. But why don't we leave it to the guest
You're the kind of guy
Hey,
that would
there's
go
a
to
guest of honor wrong here, and it's not you. All right? No,
Well, and that
Jeffrey.
must make you the guest of dishonor.
Well, why don't we go right to the 60s? Yeah.
Oh, why don't we go right to
Robert Beckham?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute, though. I'll tell you, I'll compromise. I'll go to the 1840s. We'll skip the French, even though they are wine-slurping, grease-stinking, snail-eating, tongue-kissing, syphilis-infested,
Skip the French.
pornography-reading, adulterous,
Oh, shit.
incomprehensible philosophy writers. And we'll skip the Scotch, even though they're haggis-eating, dress-wearing, bagpipe-tooling, whiskey-drinking, incompetent savages.
Exactly what comprises haggis?
Haggis? Oh, it's the sheep's belly or something. I don't know.
It's
And we'll
the
skip
lung.
We'll skip the Germans. We'll skip the Germans, even though they are beer-bloated, sausage-eating, sauerkraut-slurping, chocolate-chomping, right-wing nitwits. And we'll go right to the Irish, you know. A lot of people in the 1840s looked at the Irish and said, what's the idea? Who are these bog-trotting, clay-pipe-smoking, brick-throwing, shillelagh-wielding, shamrock-worshipping, blarney-stone-kissing, bomb-hurling, brogue-talking, fiddle-playing, mandolin-strumming, Morris-dancing, rot-gut-gulping, ale-slurping, ether-sniffing, leprechaun-hallucinating, incomprehensible poetry-writing, evil-tempered, and grotesquely sentimental dipsomaniacs? And what are they doing here?
Are you talking about the Scotch?
I'm talking about the Irish. And the Scandinavians. When they started settling here in the 1870s, people said, who are these miserable, big-boned ex-Vikings with crooked teeth? And why do they sit in their squalid hovels eating raw salted salmon and reading Hamlet from the light of well-fat lamps and feeling sorry for themselves? And when the Italians came in the 1890s, people said, who are these crooked cigar-smoking, olive oil-slurping, dagger-wielding, mafia-fearing, Pope-worshipping, greasy, garlicky, spaghetti-eating, sex-crazed, emotional fascists who like nothing better than to bark incomprehensible orders at their betters?
I think you have to emphasize the garlic aspect a little bit more.
Oh, solo mio. You know what that means? It means shut up. In Italian. Yes, you know the Italians, they were known for resenting their fathers, adoring their mothers, driving their sons insane, and turning their daughters into sluts with big hair.
Well, that's big hair.
Yes. And then the Greeks.
Francis.
And the Greeks. In the 1890s, the Greeks also came here in large numbers. The bouzouki playing, ouzo drinking, baklava eating, olive munching, stuffed grape leaves slurping, pistachio crunching, sailor cap wearing, black-haired, bushy eyebrowed, tin horn chiselers who reeked of sardines.
Forgot about diner owning.
Diner owning. Yeah, but that wasn't until the 1960s. Yeah, you know, in the 1940s, you'd say, you want a Greek salad? A Greek salad! They look at you like they say, you want to bend over so I can fuck you? But now, a Greek salad is all the rage, you know, because of Greek diners. Well, let's see, we'll skip.
Francis, what are you implying about Greek salad?
They often don't have very much dressing on them. Anyway, yes, the Hungarians, the goulash-eating, paprika-reeking, suicidal whiners.
Killing us, man.
And we'll skip the Poles, too, the duck's blood-drinking, vodka-swilling, clumsy, thick-headed, stubborn, lumpish oafs. And we'll skip the Turks, the curd-killing, heroin-smoking, fez-wearing, pastry-gobbling, pathologically cruel Turks. And we'll get right to the 1960s. You know, in the 1960s, people started thinking about the history of this country and not believing what the history teachers told them in history class in 6th grade, and started investigating these things on their own. And they realized that in 1619 we brought African Americans here involuntarily and made slaves of them. And you know, Lincoln promised them 40 acres and a mule, and if he had been able to deliver that promise, perhaps we would be seeing a scenario something like, yo, brother, can I borrow your TV station? No, my brother, you must buy your own. Now the Indians. Again, in the 1960s, people began thinking,
Oh, I'm wrong here. I wasn't paying attention. Could you do that joke again?
no, I can't, because it's not really a joke, it's a monologue. You know?
It fell fairly flat the first time around.
Of course it did. Because
So all of us admired.
it is magnificent, isn't it? In Italy, men of respect are known as men with big bellies. Unfortunately, this is in Italy. Another popular expression in Italy is, "Who will remove this stone from my shoe?" But in fact, that's what that mob boss Carmine What's-His-Face said about John F. Kennedy. Well, let's not get into that, please. Anyway, in the 1960s, people began thinking about how we've broken every treaty we've ever made with these proud people, they said to themselves. You know, because, I mean, look at what happened. Indians are poor. They sleep on old army blankets. Indians got disease from old army blankets. Their filthy teepees smell like gopher shit and old army blankets. They eat fat dogs and palomino ponies and old army blankets. They weren't even born here. They all came across on the Bering Strait thousands of years ago. Give back those army blankets, you thieving redskins! Is what they said.
Francis, that was especially funny in 1989.
Yeah, but what you don't understand is comedy is an ever-growing process, as I was explaining to the one really attentive person here earlier, before you came
Which
down.
one? Who?
I'm not going to say. I don't want to embarrass him or her. Anyway, okay, it's time to wrap this up. I can see your hearts aren't really with it. So, you know, besides, I can't go on until world pornography is eliminated. So,
Are we a hostile crowd?
yeah, well, it's good. It's good practice, you know. Just like being a
I
fucking
swear
MASH
to God,
doctor.
you
Being a MASH
apply
doctor.
to Conan as the heckler. You know,
The
like they got a turkey
Greg.
heckler. You could be one of the audience members. You should never be on stage. Should always be a professional
After
heckler.
all, you both went to
Hey,
Harvard.
take a look at this fucking filthy basement. Is this a goddamn stage? Does it look like a stage to you? It's people like you that have made it so that I have to perform my great works of art and such a Stygian
Now,
done.
if you said that to Conan from the audience, it's people like you, Conan O'Brien, it'd go over perfect. It would be just right. You need an agent as a heckler, not as a comedian, but as a heckler, a
Look,
professional heckler.
I'm going to say this to you once.
Francis, this is your chosen venue.
Would and could is all very well and good, but let me tell you something. It
But
doesn't
I'd rather stay in Providence
Shut
than rock.
the fuck up, asshole. Listen. Would and could is all very fine, but listen. The suckers in hell want ice water, and they ain't gonna get it, okay? Just like keep that in mind. Anyway, I'd like to mention my sponsors. They are the Eskimos. The Eskimos, all right?
Suckers in hell want ice water?
Yes, the suckers in hell want ice water. What do you think? You'll have the chance to find out soon enough if you keep heckling me. Anyway, this presentation has been brought to you by the Eskimos, maker of fine blubber products for your home, including Blubber Clear, cruelty-free blubber. I can't believe it's not blubber. Fat-free blubber, free-range blubber, My Little Blubber, multi-grain blubber, country time blubber, pickup blubber, Mighty Morphin Power blubber, Teenage Mutant Ninja Blubber, Blub and Blubber. I could go on all night like this, you know. Blubber Light,
Well,
Blubber,
it's obvious that you're
Blubber
the
light.
familiarity with
Yeah.
blubber.
Blubber Extra Mild, Blubber 120s, Blubber Wide.
Are there any other blubbers you want to tell us about?
Well, I don't know. You know, when I think of the word blubber, just to interrupt.
Blubber, come back to me? No? I'm sorry.
There you go. That's a pretty good one, actually. That's not the wittiest thing I ever heard you say. When I think of blubber, I don't think of like the stuff that comes from whales. I think of what happens when somebody has had hot lead poured through a funnel up his asshole. You know, they blubber for mercy, right? Well, anyway, that was highly inappropriate. And finally, this presentation was brought to you by Nazi-Free Blubber. And I'm the wrong hero, and I thank you very much.
Thanks for the memories.
Yeah. Should not be thanks for the memories.
And the blubber.
Incredible. What a performance. Unbelievable.
Jeff with the hyperbole.
Oh God, this thing. I forgot about that.
It's all over.
That was exhausting.
It was.
I can help you out. It's just that we're starting the show now. It's okay. Why don't you stay for the show? Okay. We'll stick around for a couple minutes so I can get this message to Billy, okay? Welcome to the Big Black Book for the week of December 21st. And we're starting a little tardily today, but most of you here haven't been here before, so you don't notice anyway. At the beginning of every show, we have a special thing that we like to do. It's called the 2-minute biography, and it's an audience participation type of number. One of you gives me an occupation. Do we have an occupation?
Lower.
Sales associate, law firm, huh? Dentist. That's something we can play with. Oh no, we already did a dentist.
Cement mixer.
Sales, what?
A cement mixer.
Putty. Wait, sales associate. Okay, that's about the most promising one. And what's the locality? It has to be in the continental United States, please. MIT. Hey, actually, okay, sales associate, MIT Coop. Pardon me, sir. Did I just see you stuff a portable television in your jacket? Can we come here? Will you come here? Security. Shit, you got away. Oh, pardon me, sir. Did I just see you try to stuff that portable refrigerator up the back of your jacket? Security. Damn. What's the matter with you fucking security? excuse me, sir, those pens, they're not free. You have to pay for them. It's $6.98. Thank you very much. Gee, you know, I honestly don't know what time the store closes tonight. I think we have some special holiday hours. Let me get back to you on that, please. Thank you very much. Your mother, too. Yeah, anytime. Yeah, bring your friends. I'll bring mine. Yeah. Pardon me, that thesaurus that actually costs $29.95. You mind loosening your belts? Security! Thank you. I'd like to introduce a rising young comic. Hi, Elizabeth. I'm your good friend Dina. And you know, it's that special time of year. That's right, the winter solstice. No, I like to make jokes about Christmas, but seriously, I have a warm spot in my heart for Christmas. So many memories. Sitting around the old fireplace, roasting chestnuts, listening to that beloved Christmas classic. They told me, ba-ra-ba-bum-bum, the newborn is here, ba-ra-ba-bum-bum. I have no gifts to bring, ba-ra-ba-bum-bum. They get the holiday. The other part I could never figure out was the ox and lamb kept time, ba-ra-ba-bum-bum. Where did they learn how to keep time, Berkeley? I don't know, you tell me. Yeah, my name's Dino, and it's a special time of year, and you know, it was only yesterday, but it seems like years and years ago. Christmas time, our family used to have a little get-together. You might call it something of a little family reunion, and of all the characters who used to come and visit and make our lives just a little more merry, my favorite one of all was none other than Uncle Al. Well, Uncle Al was his name, but everybody always called him Uncle Alky. Yeah, he'd always come. He never come empty-handed, though. He used to always bring us a little present. Yes, he used to bring us a 40-ounce bottle of Black Label. Well, we knew how much he wanted it, so we let him have it. Yeah, I remember the first thing Uncle Alky ever said to me. Somebody's gonna shit out of luck if I don't get a fucking drink up here. Pronto. Yeah, Uncle Alky. He used to love to sing little Christmas songs to us. Hey kids, it's the Candy Man. Oh, the Candy Man can. The Candy Man can. Cause he makes as if his love and makes the world taste good. So baby, please, let me be your own candy. Candy Man. Yeah, that was Alky. I'll never forget. Yeah, he used to always lay his folk wisdom on us. You know, the older generation has a lot to teach us. If we young ones just lend an ear, yeah? He'd say stuff like, yeah, you see that elephant in the Macy's parade? On that elephant. And you know what they say about an elephant? An elephant never forgets. What does an elephant have to remember? Give me a rotten peanut and 20 years later, boom! Yeah, I used to love Uncle Alky. I used to visit him at the place he used to work. There was this little bar and grill called Dell's. And he'd be working in his office. Washing dishes. And car to me, he'd say stuff like, "My wife left me. I never got a break. Women. Women are no damn good. Women, they stay at home and we go out and get the heart attack." I bought her a present. I bought her some steel wool pads. They even had soap in them. He had a girlfriend, her name was Mabel. Mabel. She understood. She understood that Uncle Alfie had a mission in life. Yes, he had a mission. A mission to drink all the alcohol in the world. Well, she was going to help him by drinking it all first, but somehow it never worked out. And Uncle Alfie, I'd visit him, he'd be washing dishes. Sometimes they'd get him to do the waitering, And I'd always go up to him and I'd ask him all these dumb little kid questions like, "Uncle Alfie, shouldn't you be waiting on the customers?" And he'd go in there and he'd take a look at the customers. One of them would complain and he'd say, "Waiter, there's a fly in my suit. If you don't like it, get the fuck out of here." Yeah, Uncle Alfie. He was especially good around closing time. "Lady, if you don't finish that fucking drink and get the fuck out of here, it's gonna be hell to pay." Yeah. Boy, oh boy. I tell you. Sometimes he'd lay some of his special full wisdom on the customers. "I am a rebel. The world owes me a living. I don't need the world. I ought to get paid 10 times as much and do no work at all. My old man, don't ever say a word against my old man. My old man was a saint. He never took one red cent. Customers. Who needs them? They come in here, they put money in the cash register for the guy that's working here. Where do I come in, huh? You see this $3? This $3 in tips you gave me? I'm gonna go to Mexico and live like a fucking king on this fucking $3. A big monster spits change into my open hand. I go to sleep and see the Tweety birds. Next morning, I'm still wearing his fucking apron." Yeah, he's a real folk pug, I tell you. "It's closing time, you jokers. If you don't get out of here, I'm turning off the heat. You hear me? You're all gonna fucking freeze. Now break up and get the fuck out of here." Yeah, I used to love him. "If you don't get out of here, I'm gonna be as sick as a dog." Yeah, they promoted the dishwasher. I used to go in there, I used to have all sorts of, I used to ask him all sorts of goofy little kid questions like, "Uncle Alfie, why are you elbow deep in filth?" Yeah, my old man was a saint. He never took one red cent. That wasn't his. Listen, youngster, you see that megabucks? $7 million. I wouldn't say no to that. Come on, kid, I'll give you a ride home. Oh, yes. I never had to go to the amusement park for my thrills. I never had to ride the roller coaster. Because for me, the biggest thrill of all is driving with Uncle Alfie. Special Memories Law. Policeman pulled him over. Now it's your license and registration.
Here you go. Here's $1. Go out and get yourself a candy deodorant that just stood like shit.
My parents say bailed him out in time for Christmas. Christmas and Uncle Alfie. I'll never forget. Well, the Salvation Army gave him a job. They gave him a job ringing the bell.
Merry Christmas, you cheap cocksuckers. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
I used to love the way he would interact with all the little kitties.
Mommy, Santa Claus. I just saw him coming out of a bar, and he says I ain't gonna get no presents.
Who do you think you are?
So get the fuck out of here, lady. That's who I am. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
And she'd say, well, I never.
And how that stinking brat get here? Merry Christmas.
Yeah, you know, Uncle Alfie, he may have been down and out, but he had his dignity. He'd see a pretty woman, he'd say,
Hey, baby, wanna come here and sit on Santa's lap? Santa Claus has got a big surprise for you. Oh, 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 If I find the bastard that spits like a quarter, I'll murder him. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. All the rich people get the best presents. Merry Christmas, you fucking tightwad. Merry Christmas.
yeah. Sometimes the department store across the street, they'd have people singing Christmas carols. Uncle Alfie, his own special brand of humor.
Hey, you want some of this here night train? It's great stuff. Excuse me, I got bronchitis. Will you stop and listen to me? I'm talking here. Have some of this night train.
Yeah, I'll never forget the time we took to the church. The priest was giving his annual Christmas sermon, and he was saying, this Christmas season, we must remember those who are less fortunate than ourselves, because the spirit of Christmas is the spirit of giving. And the spirit of giving commemorates the birth of our Savior, Jesus Christ, born in a manger in Bethlehem.
Hi, Jesus. Weren't we in high school together? Sure we were. Yeah, you were on a swimming team, I remember. We were in the wood shop together. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas.
Comes time for communion, body and blood of Christ.
Someone's gonna be shouting on us in that fucking wine over here. Pronto.
a good time of year because that's the time of year when you go home and see your family and you live up to your own shortcomings. But, you know, it's weird. The demographics, people used to have pets, now they're having kids. Have you experienced this? Have you gone to family reunions? Have you seen this? Every family reunion I've ever been to, there's always this drooling, senile, 17-year-old dog. And it's usually called Queenie, you know? This dog does not walk across the kitchen floor. It sort of oozes like an amoeba with hair, you know? You open its mouth, a wasp comes fluttering out, you know? Well, what I want to know is one thing. This dog is 17 years old. It has Alzheimer's disease. It's incredibly senile. You think that it's crippled for life. It's on death's doornail. But the second, you know, and then there's always the baby in the high chair. The 6-month-old baby, you know? And there's a drooling, senile, 17-year-old dog. I just want to know one thing. This dog is so senile, so old, so decrepit, yet the second that baby in a high chair drops something from its pudgy little fist, that fucking runs like the rest of them. 3-point turn. The relatives are holding up signs, 9, 9.5, 10. And old grandpa says, Mom, you better strap that baby in. Well, anyway, I'd like to make some closing remarks about the Big Black Book. We have this every week in the Middle East. I know there's a lot of new faces. Not that you can see shit on this stage, but we're having a show next week. We don't have a featured performer next week for the first time in many weeks, unless the lovely Diane Bergamasca would consent to be our featured performer. Maybe. Diane. Yes, we have a celebrity in that case. So come down next week. It runs from 6 to 8 p.m. every Wednesday. Rain or shine, snow, sleet, hail, Columbia. We'd like to see you. And as always, the cover charge is modest $1. This concludes Big Black Book. Tonight we have a special band. They're called Oniye. They play African music. Pardon me? Who? Oniye. Oniye. If you can pronounce it, you're a better man than I. So if you'd like to stay for that, it's African music, and the cover charge is $5. But if you were here earlier this evening, I suppose I could give you a $1 discount. I'll be the door person. And Oniye, the doors will open for Oniye at 9 p.m. tonight. So if any of you would like to stay for that, well, stay. And on behalf of Jay Gaggs, who couldn't be here today, and the Big Black Book and Billy's, thank you all for coming down. And I hope you enjoyed that cover. Don't forget the record. Anything Can Happen Today is available on sale at all the finer stores. If not today, then very, very soon. I don't know how much you're charging for it, but believe me, $10 is a bargain. I think you're charging us $10. And it's a great record. It's got a lot of really, really good songs. And finally, somebody has written a song about Central Square, which is the whole reason I came up here. Talk about Central Square and what a wonderful song that was out there for us. Thank you.
All right, Mark.
How are you fine people out there? How are you fine people out there today? You're all looking good. Especially you women. Yeah, this is the kind of day where I just like to sit in the bathtub. You know, sometimes I can spend hours in the tub. You know, sometimes I can put water in. Yeah, well, I tell you, I got so drunk last night when I woke up this morning. I asked my brain if I could borrow my body. My brain said, no, you got drunk last night. You left it in disgraceful condition. No, you cannot. So I don't know how I made it today. Well, I went to a fortune teller, but you know, fortune telling is all just a big racket. I went to the fortune teller, and she told me my fortune, but I think it was kind of shit. She said, you are guy, that Jay, I'll tell you, he's a barrel eye. I got a mafia parrot. I got a parrot that was a mafia parrot. And worse than that, it squealed on the mob. Well, the next morning I woke up and found a seahorse's head at the bottom of its cage. I took my niece shopping in the supermarket. I figured I'd give her a box of Quaker Oats, so I put the Quaker Oats in the shopping cart, and she said, Uncle Dino, look, it's Barbara Bush. My niece, she's real precious. You know, this time of year, Christmas time, New Year's, big week, and it's the time you think about going home and seeing all those friends and family you got back there at home, or no matter where you're from. And you know, you go home, and your chief mission when you go home, of course, is to live up to your own shortcomings. You sort of look at your relatives and say, I could do that. And they look at you and say, well, I could be more like those. I'll tell you. Yeah, I never forget all the good times sitting in front of a roaring television set. You know, the saddest thing about not going home this time of year is you start to thinking, yes? You don't go home, you start to thinking about all the presents you missed. I'll tell you. Christmas time is the time of year when it's made for you to get drunk with your best buddy. You both get really drunk and you pass out on the sofa and he tells you all the little dirty secrets that he never told you before. Yeah, he tells you stuff like the time you made out with your girlfriend and the time when you stole the tip money from the time you were out drinking. And he tells you about the time he borrowed your favorite tie with no intention of returning. That's when you wake up and you say, give it back. I just tell you a little more about my family. You might be interested. You know, my daddy, he was a milkman. Man, we were poor, but we were broke. Yeah, we didn't have 2 nickels to rub together. You know what we did? Well, you might think this is kind of silly. We went out and got a bunch of pennies and we rubbed them together for a while. I'll tell you, we were so dumb we used to pick our own pockets, but since we never had any money, it didn't make any difference. Yeah, my dad, he was a top man. He was a top man with a dog. My dad is no milkman. He was a top man with a dog. But I'll tell you something about that man. He'd always give me a glass of milk. And his name ain't simple. If he likes you. Yeah, you know, I was a kid. I used to love animals. I wanted to grow up. I loved animals. I wanted to grow up. I wanted to be a dog. But I couldn't be. So I told my dad I wanted to be a veterinarian. And he said, well, as long as you're going to get a job where you get bitten by dogs every day, why don't you be a mailman instead and stop sending us all these bills? I'll tell you, my daddy, he's really something. I took him to the art museum one time. I said, Dad, you can leave your cane outside the door. He says, but how am I going to poke holes in the oil pan? Yeah, I'll tell you. I told my mom I wanted to be an astronaut, and she says, I don't think NASA would take an astronaut who wets the bed. I'll tell you, I guess she was thinking ahead. All those weightless situations. You know, I was a very bright kid. I was so dumb, I used to think that arthritis was caused by Arthur Godfrey. Maybe some of you had similar experience. But, you know, I'd like to tell you a little bit about my Uncle Al. Well, that was his name. They called him Uncle Al, but everybody else used to call him Uncle Alfie. I'll never forget Uncle Alfie. I remember the first thing he ever said to me.
Somebody's gonna be shit out of luck if I don't get a drink up here pronto.
Yeah, I used to love Uncle Al. I think he was really strong. My mom, she tried to sober him up. She'd offer some coffee, and he'd say,
I don't want no coffee. Who would want to drink that bitter juice?
I'll tell you, the real poet, you know. My mom used to say, well, Al, how was your Christmas? And he'd say,
We had a banquet. We had a frozen fucking turkey kitty dinner.
and she used to say, well, anyway, Happy New Year. And he'd say,
Who was a firecracker up your ass, lady? The world's going to shit in a 5-pound basket. And a man can't get a break in this town. This town stinks. And you know what that smell is? It's the smell of money. I'll tell you, you can't sell ass boxes. I
I used to talk on and on about his ex-wife.
Yeah, she left me. I said to her, she wanted security, and I said to her, baby, I can't give you no security, but I can give you a security deposit.
Yeah, I'll tell you, should have been on the stage. See, the way you talk about current events, it was really something to listen to. You say,
What's that stupid fucking hair back to take the underwear off his head? What's he got growing out of the back of his neck? He's dead.
I'll tell you. He used to talk about foreign affairs in Japan.
Japan. We dropped two. We should have dropped 50. That's what I say. Should have dropped 100 among those chopstick jockeys.
I'll tell you, yeah, all those tricks. We used to eat the Christmas dinner and just do a wishbone, and he'd break the wishbone, and he'd get the bigger half, and he'd say,
If I hit the megabucks, my shit will be made out of chocolate ice cream. I'll buy a new suit. Frank Sinatra will be my shoe shine boy. And Neil Armstrong will drive my limousine. I'll buy all the liquor in the world and give a big party for all my friends. We'll rent Australia, and we'll use the South Pole for ice cubes. And when a bum comes up to me and says, buddy, can you spare a dime? I'll say, here you go, here's $100. Try not to spend it all in one place. If I hit the megabucks, when I die, I'll give all my money to the church and they'll make me a saint. Saint Zillionaire, patron saint of moolah. And those angels, they'll worship me. I'll be on like a stick on shit. If I win the megabucks.
he used to take me and my sister driving, and we weren't scared because we thought it was a new ride at the amusement park. We'd be sitting in the back seat.
How you kids doing back there? You two look about as cozy as two sick kids sitting on a wet rock.
Yeah, Uncle Alfie, I'll tell you.
Willard Scott looks like Porky Pig. You thought I was gonna hit that lamppost, didn't you? Oh, you.
And he'd go into the bar and leave us there in the car. And we'd say, take us, Uncle Alfie, take us. And he'd say,
Your old uncle's gotta go in and get himself some antifreeze. So you kids just stay right there.
and we'd still want to go. He'd say,
Listen here, Skipper. When the big boats get in the water, the little boats better stay out.
and he'd take us home. We'd be asleep in the back seat. My mom, she'd say, Al, I don't know how you do it. You're so good with the children. Yeah, I guess I have to say that, Uncle Alfie, he was good to us in a way. It was good having a homicidal maniac for relative. Sort of taught us how to deal with the entertainment business later on. Uncle Alfie, around New Year's time, he wouldn't shoot off pistols at firecrackers. He'd ring the big bell, and he'd sing.
Should old acquaintance be forgot? And old lang syne.
Old lang syne. That means old long since. We're coming to the beginning of the new year. Not that this year I think is a special year. And as it comes to the beginning of the new year, I'd like to leave you with a parting song. If I loved you before, I'll love you even more. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, there's so many of you here today that I thought that maybe it'd be kind of nice and interesting if we did the usual weekly exercise in which one of you picks an occupation and the other one picks a location, and we write a 2-minute circle mini biography. Concept and execution originated in the Middle East. Anyway, stupid. So, do we have an occupation?
Father Christmas.
Oh, come on.
Good occupation.
What a location. Well, where else was the North Pole? Gee, I don't know. This Christmas stuff, it sort of gets me down. Do we have a different occupation?
All right, terrorist.
That's a good one. I like that a lot.
South Pole.
It has to be United States stuff. A U.S. terrorist. What city?
Miami.
Well, we already did Miami.
All right. He's gonna select it.
I'm sorry.
Bloomington, Indiana.
We did Bloomington.
Really? Hometown. No way. John Joe.
We already did Nome too. Well, I'll tell you.
Fall River, Massachusetts. New Bedford, Massachusetts.
New Bedford.
There we go. Bedford. Julie, there's all right.
You're trying to pin that pool table thing on me. But I wasn't anywhere in the neighborhood that night. I was out with a bunch of my fellow American Indians, and we were fishing illegal drugs out of the harbor. So you see, we couldn't very well have been there that night. And now you're making a movie out of it. They're making a movie about me so I can pay my lawyer. I'll tell you, cops were very happy to see me pulling in those bales of heroin in the fishnet. No, they got me with intent to distribute, like, I was gonna keep it all myself. But, well, hell, I don't know. What kind of movie did they make of my life, those studs? It's been one downhill slide after another, I'll tell you. Growing up, New Bedford, seeing all the alcoholic old guys in their fedora hats spinning up in the bus station. I'll tell you, New Bedford, it's no bed of roses. Hey, how to be a comedian. Anyways, I've taken up enough of your time, and I gotta go fix. So, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for visiting. Now remember, you said you come once a month.
And anyone else that likes to wants to do something that doesn't normally do something, is more than encouraged to do something.
Short skit. What is this, high school?
Let your hair down, Francis.
A little later. You know, it's a generation gap, I'll tell you. I was walking down the street and some black teenagers were looking at me, and one of them said, "Hey man, get a haircut." How do you like that? These rednecks were in a band, right? And these are all true stories, by the way. I wouldn't tell you a lie. Some people in the band leaned out big blue buckets. Since I never had any money, it doesn't make any difference. But anyway, I was at Vinny's house and I wanted to watch Batman. He says, no, his sister, she says Batman is evil. Wow, you think that? Come to think of it, he is evil. I mean, you know, 20 years, shit, all he needs is a pitchfork and a tail, man. He's your Satan for the sandbox set. This is all spontaneous confusion. You know, I think I ought to change the name of this place. What? I think I ought to call it the Hummus Hut or something. I'm going to talk to Joseph about this. You know, I don't know if any of you have seen me before. I don't really care. No, I do, but no, I hope some of you have anyway. Post office. Post office. All right, spin the bottle. Ooh, I don't want to kiss you. You got germs, cooties, these sort. Now, I'm an optimist. You might, to listen to my snappy banter, you might think I'm a pretty bitter guy. You know,
Stupid bastards. They don't recognize my true genius. Sponge and drinks.
no, but I'm not. I'm an optimist. I'm an optimist, really, because I think everything could be a whole hell of a lot more like shitty. You know? Like Noah could have gotten drunk and said,
Hey, fuck it! Throw the animals overboard! Bring the fish up here!
you know, I live in Central Square, and my apartment is furnished. I tried this joke last night, it didn't work. Let's see if we can do it right this time. I should have said, and the elephant said, my apartment came furnished, and you know, that's great, because I wouldn't have to go out and buy cockroaches. Are they big? Are they big, you ask? Yes, they are big. I'll tell you how big they are. They drink Diet Coke. And you know, the garbage in my kitchen, they don't refer to it as garbage. They're going upscale, you know, so they refer to it as designer filth, you know, and they made a condo out of my spare room, and over the door is a little sign. Welcome to Vernon Court. Bed bugs and silverfish, please use the servants' entrance. But you know, we get down on roaches, but there's a lot of nice roaches. You might not believe it, but there are. There's a lot of nice roaches. Why? Just the other day I saw a nice cockroach who was visiting one of his sick weevil friends. He was bringing him a paper bag with a grease spot on it. This neighborhood really is going upscale. That's sick. Oh my God. Well, what should he have brought him? I don't know. A piece of shit. Is he really lying? Is he really lying? Can't be wrong. Well, that reminds me of an interesting story. Unfortunately, I can't remember it, so I'll skip it. It's something to do with politicians, of course. Oh yeah, this guy was up on the stage, you know, much like I am, sort of bullshitting the crowd, much like I am, and telling a whole bunch of things which aren't strictly true, much like I am. And you know, the guy gets up and stands up and starts to leave, and the politician, you know, heckles him from the stage. Says, hey, where do you think you're going? I'm allergic to bologna. Oh well. Anyway, you said bologna. I decided to get some spontaneity here. This neighborhood is going upscale. Like, you get a bump outside my apartment.
It's a good rubbing alcohol. It's not a great rubbing alcohol. Or, my girlfriend's a wino. I'm gonna buy her a bottle of Nouveau Bourgeois.
I don't know. I was drunk, you know. Here's a joke. I actually made up a joke, you know. I don't usually tell jokes as such, you know. Usually it's like patter, or it's like bits, or it's like shticks, or it's like, as Jeffrey sensitively called them, skits. But, no, seeping out of your ears the next morning after you imbibe too freely. Well, luckily I just had 2 snorts, but still, when I woke up in the morning, I was so hungover. Thank you, Ed. He's worth every penny, Ed. I was so drunk that I asked my brain if I could borrow my body, and my brain said, "You kept it out last night until 3 in the morning, and you returned it the next day in a disgraceful condition. The answer is no." So I stayed in bed till 5 o'clock. Beer ads, really, like, they really disturb me, almost as much as the car ads. The beer ads, jingoistic, fervor. You know what jingo is, right? It's like, it's not jingo bells, you know. It's not like, let's bomb Iran. No, it's, what do you like this jingo bells, jingo bells? Anyway, I know. It's like, it means like, too much pride in nationality. Now, it's such a big country, you have a lot of pride. You have to have a lot of pride to get up here and lose job, too. Too much pride. Too much fun. Okay, so, there's this ad. Miller's made the American way. What are all the other beers made? How are they made? The communist way? You know, you have a production quota, you fill it, or it's off the side beer for you. Great alcohol, 190 proof, you know. No hops, no malt, just potatoes. I don't know. I say I don't know a lot. That's a bad habit. I'll just say, you know. That's reaching out. Whereas I don't know, it's like solipsism. There's a movie. There's another old-timey joke. Hey, it's vaudeville. Yeah. I also put my fist in my mouth. I'm saying that to the topper. Good. Good. All right, let's do it. See some mutilation. They're opening a new convenience store down the street. I told you this was an upscale neighborhood. They're opening a new convenience store down the street. It's called Death. Open 24 hours. That's a new one. Here's another new one. I grew up a Catholic, and I really have a problem with it. The guilt feeling, so I joined, the guilt feelings for not being one anymore, the guilt feelings for ever having been one in the first place, and the guilt feelings that all the other souls in the world are going to go to hell because they're not Catholics. So I joined a self-help organization called Catholics Anonymous. The 10 pledge. We all believe in the power of the supreme being to order our lives. I had a dog. His name was Kippy. His wife was starting to go one. His name's Kippy.
Wow.
I got a dog, stinking dog. The whole world's full of dogs. They don't bite you.
Got a dog, and he used to have this filthy habit. He used to drink out of the toilet. When I broke him of that, now he drinks out of the washing machine. He's a clean dog now. Yeah, I love him. I really do. You never know just how much love you have in your heart until you take a little creature into your bosom, you know, like a hookworm or something. I love this dog so much. I don't spank him with just any old newspapers, no. No, I have a special newspaper. It has his picture on the front cover. The headline reads, Kippy, bad dog. Page 2, headline, Kippy leaves doo-doo on rug, must be spanked. Pages 3 and 4, as for carpet cleaners and the like. You know that expression, it's raining cats and dogs. He's so dumb, if it were raining soup, he'd be out there with a fork. Nothing personal, not really. I don't believe in heckling the audience. I believe in heckling myself. Frank, you suck. Frank, they're not laughing. Those last 3 jokes are done. Frank, honest to God, Frank, what are we going to do with you? Put your hair back up. You look like a fucking degenerate. Hey, you can't say that. Hey, buddy, no, I can't heckle myself.
Cats and dogs.
Yes, cats and dogs. Come on, don't blow it down, Frank. You got it in the palm of your hand, yes, sir. His hair, you know, I need a palm razor. That's an esoteric reference. I think I have to call the 50s the age of masturbation because all the public journals were obsessed with this topic, you know. If you're young adolescent who's doing bizarre behavior, it could be, you know, too much foot up with you? And I said, I don't know, how patient are you? He says, Frank, I cannot believe how stupid you are. How did you do such a stupid thing? And I said to him, I comes up to him and I said, Boss, it ain't stupidity. It's sabotage. Yeah, that's why I'm out of work, yeah. What's this thing about disgruntled employees? What's the opposite of disgruntled employees? Employees who grunt with satisfaction every time you throw them a nickel. Employees who float in the air every time you praise them, you know. Thank you, boss. And what's this thing about shiftless bums? Just what we fucking need. Aggressive bums.
Listen here, buddy. I'm gonna fucking go to girl on that. You don't give me 50 cents, I can buy a glass of wine.
That's Uncle Alky again, boy. I promised I would do Uncle Alky, but I'm doing it. I don't know. I'm my own worst enemy. I am. When I'm at work, I spread malicious rumors about myself. I say, that Francis, he's always 15 minutes late and he steals the milk from the coffee supply. Yeah, I publish self-hate literature. Francis DiMenno, this is the face of the enemy, with my face on him and big, certain target drawn on and darts stuck in it, And to top it all off, I dropped propaganda leaflets on my own head, urging me to surrender. And I do. That's why I'm my own worst enemy. Quaker policeman. I do know, actually. Quaker policeman. This is a concept I'm toying with. Thou hast the right to remain silent, which is a basic tenet of our faith. Anything thou dost or sayest may be held against you, but probably not because we forgive you. Gee, I don't know. This, as you can tell, it's like all my greatest hits. Did you ever used to do that in church? Maybe not. Maybe you guys aren't Christians. Maybe you're pagans or savages, or you're all going to go to limbo. Well, here we used to go to church, the priest would be out there, Lamb of God, and we go, Joey. Well, it's like that, You always chuckle when you're not supposed to, and you don't laugh when someone's trying to make you laugh. What about the California raisins? Don't the California raisins look like something really fucking nasty? Think about it, keychains, heard through the grapevine. Introducing the singing jars of piss, heard through the grapevine. I don't know. I grew up in a small town, and we had a circus every year, but it was a cheap circus. They didn't have an elephant, but they had a trash can made out of an elephant's foot. And they couldn't afford any of the big cats, so they got a guy in the line who used to go like this. Jesus, you're a fucking weakling, man. You used to go like this. There's an overfed tabby standing on a platform and gets its claw caught in the upholstery on big laughs. My girlfriend. I don't even have a girlfriend, so, Okay, let's say the girlfriend I used to have back in 1981. My girlfriend, she says to me, aren't you proud of me? I just said no to sex. So, what's there to be proud of? It was the first time. No? Okay. Let's just totally change the subject. I dreamed I was in South Carolina, and when I woke up, I was at Earth. Now, this mythical girlfriend of mine I was talking about, she didn't believe in, she was a hippie, she didn't believe in deodorant. So I had to use deodorant. Gets rid of the smell of your deodorant. Who says there's no room for whimsy at the Big Black Book? This is by special demand, Everybody's up there. Hey, Frank, do one about John the Baptist. Oh, all right, do one about John the Baptist. This is Johnny Most at the burning of Rome.
Rome is burning. This is terrible. Here comes Nero. He fills and he fiddles down the court. Rome's burning. It's burning up. This is terrible.
of touring. If it turns brown, you need no oak. The locust eater street polish. Comes in regular and all in wormwood flavors. Alright, I was gonna finish this, but I'm not going to. I'll save it for the next one if I do the next one, which I don't know. But anyway, I have a tie, you know, but it's a weird tie. It's a werewolf tie. It turns furry when the full moon's out. I'd like to leave you with a final thought. The moon. Doesn't the moon look like a giant ovary? Maybe that's why we shoot rockets at it. Well, I feel like a rocket just going off in my head. Thank you all very much. My name is Francis DiMenno. Thank you for having me. One of you gives me an occupation, the other one gives me a locality in the continental United States, and I try to write a 2-minute miniature biography. Do we have an occupation?
Come on now, I can't do this without your help. Pipe fitter.
What? Okay, and what was the other one? Ice fitter?
Pipe fitter.
Ice fitter. Oh, we had Taylor, like Andy Jackson. Okay, hairdresser, where? What city? Oklahoma. Oh boy. I'm sorry.
Hey, wait a minute. Oklahoma is not a city.
That's true, however, it might as well be considering that.
But we can live in here. Come on.
Not even out of New York City. But anyway, yeah. Geez, you know, I was taking a bus through Oklahoma, and I was sitting next to this alcoholic Indian woman who was also taking the bus. She was taking the bus to Oklahoma City. She had to go to the clinic, you know, and get tried out. She was a hairdresser, she said. But I'll tell you, she knew an awful lot of things that all the hairdressers I've ever met didn't have any idea of. Like, well, the fella in the front seat, he threw one of them there epileptic fits, you know, and, well, nobody else knew what to do except me and this lady here. Well, I got my comb out of my kit bag there, and I put it in the guy's mouth so he wouldn't bite his tongue off, and she reached into her purse, and she brought out some Thorazine, and pumped it down the guy's throat. Well, I'll tell you, the guy was mighty grateful when he came out of it, except that he said to me that it was funny, but his mouth tasted like grease, and he was in love with my hair. Well said. Yeah, I thought I'd share this little anecdote with you, and I thank you very much. So show me out here. How are they going for Morocco?
Look at how much gold. Swirling, twisting, deep, penetrating gold. And look at that, how tight. Look at that color. The chrome reflection in the heart of the stone is unsurpassed. Its rarity is unquestionable. If you have got a gem book with you right now.
Here at the hospital resigned. Now that becomes effective tomorrow. Also, disciplinary reviews are now underway for 2 doctors and 3 other druggists.
Yeah, it's all happening so fast.
Rise and shine. It's a beautiful day in America. Call your neighbors and share a cup of coffee. It's time to watch the Mike and Maddie Show. The Mike and Maddie Show. But they are veteran performers just the same. He began his career in the theater at the age of 11.
For $99 on this piece, get online.
$4.99 on Russian chrome dioxide. Pick this one up. Look at the color and clarity. You have got a gorgeous gemstone here.
Welcome Alfonso Rivero. In the garage night, it was the only thing that would keep him quiet. I was talking to a girlfriend of mine about my predicament, and she said, watch this video. And she gave me the T-Touch video. After about a week, I was able to put him back outside. It's quite easy to learn, and
Bullseye coming on later in the show. We got a bunch of one-of-a-kind pieces and more emerald. I got another star ruby to share with you. Did the last star ruby sub? You got one of these going on right there? Keep dialing in for it. We can't spend too much more time. Take a look at VA 3832.
Well, it was a really weird experience.
out of your life. For now, we're live outside of Dana-Farber. I'm Christine Caswell, 7 News. John Selby heads back to court tomorrow. Police say he's the gunman in last December's deadly clinic attack in Brookline. Judges expect